its way forward. So the runners are almost set for race number 4 on the card. Altamont, whose stablemate went down the favourite Flagstick to run last. Looking to see if there's any stewards report their findings on the horse's disappointing run. Now the red lights have been switched on. Altamont goes up, completes the line. They're off and racing. Release the Sacks as the starter released the field, was anticipating the break. He jumped out very quickly in company with Noble King. They'll share the lead at the judge. Pelican Pick will be third soon afterwards. They're followed by Zandarrel, and over on his outside then is Anglo-Irish, being followed further back behind them to Black Beal when they'd left the home straight. Then Decoy Noxus, who's going to park out the back early on for Autier, and back with him is Altamont. And so over to the western side of the track, they run at the 1600 metre mark. And going out now with a clear lead, Noble King. Noble King, the Lancel and Galloper, led by a length and a half to 2 on its stablemate Pelican Pick. Release the Sacks, eased back, and he took the trail. They're followed by Anglo-Irish, who's out 3 deep, going up onto the next corner. The speed coming off just a little outside of the stablemate as well, Zandarrel. And they're being followed by Decoy Noxus on the inside of Black Beal, and still seeing them all in the back straight is Altamont, 7 lengths off the lead. And Noble King's on top as they go past the 1150. A length and a half clear from Pelican Pick, and then running third, going down the back straight. Then as they go past the 1000 metres mark is Release the Sacks. It was being followed after a length. Anglo-Irish, Zandarrel next on the rail. 3/4 to Decoy Noxus. A length and a half behind him. Then in those clubs colours is Black Beal, and Altamont last of all, 8 lengths this time at the 800 from the leader, Noble King, who just started to crank up the tempo going out to the Charles Street side. And by the 700, Noble King a length and a half in front from Pelican Pick. Back behind them, Release the Sacks is third. Then Zandarrel, Anglo-Irish together. Autier's about to make his move now with Decoy Noxus. He's getting up inside horses coming to the 450. They're being followed deeper out by Black Beal, and Altamont still 2 lengths behind those. Around the turn, the Maley pair lead the way. It's Noble King headed by Pelican Pick. Autier looking for the shortest way home, but got hampered there with Decoy Noxus. He got chopped out. Down the outside comes Zandarrel, and Black Beal with a run as well. Altamont winding up with 100 left to go. Zandarrel had hit the front. Altamont is running on strongly. It's Zandarrel from Altamont who's lunging. They split it. Oh, it's close. Altamont got a good dive in at Zandarrel, and he had the momentum. Leave it to the judge though. Camera right behind those, close up there as well is Black Beal and the luckless Decoy Noxus, who got badly hampered down on the fence. Then the Pelican Pick, who was followed by Noble King. Further back behind them came Release the Sacks, and Anglo-Irish is a long last. It's a photo. Altamont probably gets it though. Coming from last. He had the momentum. And 5's into the semaphore. 5 Altamont, ridden by Stephen Parnham, has just clawed back Zandarrel in the shadows and will get the bob. 2 Black Beal third. 5-3-2 the numbers, with Decoy Noxus hopelessly strung up as Autier looked for the short way home on Saturday's Kalgoorlie Cup runner, and he simply had nowhere to go at all in the straight. And a victim of bad luck as Altamont came right down the middle all on his own, the Frost Giant gelding, and has clinched a victory here for part owner Ron Sayers, who celebrates a double today with Bobby Pearson, trained by Neville Parnham and ridden by Stephen Parnham. Number 3, Zandarrel by High Chaparral from Cassandra Shadow, raced by Paul and Joanne Smythe. M.W. Smythe, trained by Paul Smythe, ridden by Alan Kennedy, second in. And Black Beal, the Black Friars gelding, David Harrison, R. Fuller, S. Milligan, A.O. Rib, K. Ashworth, N. Mrs. J. Prelevich, and Mesdames Jenny Harrison, Megan Graham Donovan, Lex and Shirley Piper. Dave Harrison, Mitch Pateman, they're combining. The short neck, 1 1/4 the margins, 211.18. 211.18 here after the last to first win by Altamont, who cut them down in the shadows of the post. To pick up the ex-Victorian, Zandarrel looked almost home, but it was Altamont who finished a bit the better, and the luckless Decoy Noxus behind them in 4th placing. The 5th leg handicap will start the quaddie today at 3:37. A field of 9. There are no changes. We're about to take you back down to the winners' enclosure after this victory. Gareth to join us in a couple of moments' time with Altamont, Stephen Parnham there, and the stable rebounding after Flagsticks in glorious effort the previous for the day. So we'll try and get a report to see if anything has occurred there and affected its performance. Okay, that's the scene here after the running of race number 4.
Okay, thanks for that, Macca. And I think Neville Parnham's not here today, so we might just wait for Stevie Parnham to come back here, Royce. But that was a good victory. Looked to treat in the yard, Altamont.
He was on his toes in the yard here, and of course settled well back as we thought he would. But he's a nice horse on his day, Gareth. He's got a great turn of foot, and interesting to see him get up over a journey here, which might be the way they continue on with the Chestnut, because his turn of foot then was sensational, and the way that he can relax in his races, I think there's more wins in store for Altamont over a journey.
The other Parnham runner, I think, bled in the previous race, so that was the excuse for that horse failing. But Neville Parnham, he bounces back here with the winner in race number 4, and he's a Hall of Fame trainer, and when he travels his horses to KAL20181003, you have to pay attention. Its effort the other day was pretty good behind Honorific, and then wasn't far behind Good Luck Simba, so it had a good enough form lines for a race like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, just a nice horse with an ability to settle. And of course, you're right about Neville Parnham, and it's great how he supports the race round here up on the Goldfields. Of course, he took out today's feature race a couple of years ago with Royal Rada. Lucy Warwick was in the saddle, and that was a very nice victory. That was the year that Red Aura stormed down the outside, but was got too much of a break on them in Royal Rada. But Altamont, very nice horse going forward. He's one to follow.
And the favourite, Decoy Noxious, just ran into brick walls. I think Audier tried to be a little bit too clever there and got himself into a world of pain. And the favourite, I don't think is still trying to get out.
Yeah, very noticeable check to it about the furlong there, Gareth. So look, just a hard luck story there. They're hard enough to win, let alone with bad luck, and 59 on your back. So everything went against Decoy Noxious. Today, not sure where we see him next. Does he progress on to the Cup, or
well, he did have a hard run today, so and he was held up, so I'd imagine if he pulls up okay, that's the indication today from the team that he will be going around. But Stevie Parnham, great to have Stevie in the Goldfields, and that was a top-class ride with Altamont. Unfortunately, they had the favour in that previous race that went amiss, and he's bounced back pretty quickly here, Stevie Parnham. And Royce Newton will catch up with the top hoop. The Group 1 winning hoop is in KAL20181003.
Yeah, thanks, Gareth. And Steve Parnham, congratulations, mate. He's got a nice turn of foot, this horse, and looks like he's got a good ability to settle over the longer distances. Yeah,
he's. I think that's probably what he's going to get suited at getting to these sort of trips. He's been racing a lot at the miles. He had one go at Northam over this trip and raced closer and probably didn't quite finish it off as strong, but ridden really cold. It's the way to sort of let him go. He's got a good finish that way. I was probably a little bit worried that I was giving him a bigger start than I wanted to today, but when he got to the outside, which he likes, he let down really good.
Yeah, I think he took out a midweeker probably about 6-8 weeks ago, and we saw him similar sort of racing pattern. He settled back and hit the line really strong. Got up at odds on that day. Do we keep him over the 2100, maybe pick up a midweek or something in Perth?
I'd say that's where he would stay now. You know, I think he proved today that he can run the trip. I think his breeding also suggests that he can too. So, you know, this deep in his prep, he's probably not quite sharp enough for the miles. So, I think he's certainly up to winning another midweek.
Yeah, absolutely. And just quickly, War God in the Hannons, you're on the top weight, your father's horse. Can you just give us an indication how he's going?
Yeah, look, I've worked him through the week, and I've been really happy with his gallops. So I'm going to the race confident. He's got a weight to contend with, being the highest rated horse in the race, but he's a big, solid horse. So, you know, I think he'll give it a good account and, you know, definitely a winning chance.
Pearl of a ride there, mate, and best of luck in the big one.
Thank you very much.
Stephen Parnham there, Gareth.